Welcome to the Historypedia channel. My name is Peter and today I'm going to tell you about an ancient world history. Ancient Chinese civilization is one of the world's oldest and most influential civilizations, with a rich history dating back over 5,000 years. It emerged along the Yellow River in the North China Plain and was characterized by a unique culture, sophisticated social structure, advanced technology, and enduring contributions to art, philosophy, science, and governance. One of the most significant achievements of ancient China was the development of a writing system, which allowed for the recording and transmission of ideas across generations. The earliest forms of Chinese writing were oracle bones, which were used to communicate with the gods and predict the future. Ancient China was ruled by a series of dynasties, beginning with the Qing dynasty around 2100 BCE and ending with the Qing dynasty in 1912 CE. Each dynasty had its own unique characteristics, but they all shared a common belief in the concept of the mandate of heaven, which held that the ruler had the divine right to rule as long as he governed justly. Throughout its history, ancient China made significant contributions to philosophy, including the development of Confucianism, Taoism, and legalism. Confucianism emphasized the importance of education, social order, and moral behavior, while Taoism focused on the importance of living in harmony with nature. Legalism, on the other hand, advocated for strict laws and punishments to maintain order. Ancient China also made important advances in technology, including the invention of paper, the compass, gunpowder, and the printing press. Additionally, Chinese art is famous for its intricate calligraphy, ceramics, painting, and sculpture. Overall, ancient Chinese civilization had a lasting impact on the world, and many of its contributions continue to influence modern society. Ancient China was ruled by a series of dynasties, which were family lineages that held power and authority for extended periods. These dynasties, which spanned over 2,000 years, left behind a rich legacy of art, philosophy, science, and governance. Here is a brief overview of the major dynasties of ancient China. 1. Qing dynasty. The Qing dynasty is considered to be the first dynasty in China, although little is known about it. It is believed to have been a prehistoric dynasty, and its existence is based on legends and archaeological evidence. 2. Shang dynasty. The Shang dynasty was the first documented dynasty in China. It was known for its bronze casting, oracle bone script, and a well-organized system of government. It was overthrown by the Zhou dynasty. 3. Zhou dynasty. The Zhou dynasty was one of the longest-lasting dynasties in China's history, lasting over 800 years. It was divided into two periods, the Western Zhou and the Eastern Zhou. During the Zhou dynasty, China experienced significant cultural and social changes, including the development of Confucianism and Taoism. 4. Qing dynasty. The Qing dynasty was the first to unify China under a single ruler, Qin Shi Huangdi. He is famous for his efforts to standardize weights and measures, as well as his construction of the Great Wall of China. The Qing dynasty also gave China its name. 5. Han Dynasty. The Han Dynasty is considered a golden age in Chinese history. It was known for its cultural achievements, including the development of the Silk Road and the invention of paper. It was also during this time that Confucianism became the dominant philosophy in China. The Qing dynasty is considered the first dynasty in Chinese history, but its existence is largely based on legend and myth. According to traditional accounts, the Qing dynasty was founded by a man named Yu the Great, who was said to have tamed the floodwaters of the Yellow River and established a system of irrigation that allowed for the development of agriculture. The Qing dynasty is believed to have existed from around 2100 to 1600 BCE, although there is limited archaeological evidence to support its existence. The earliest written records of the Qing dynasty were found on oracle bones dating to the Shang dynasty, which succeeded the Qing. According to legend, The Xia dynasty was ruled by a series of 9 emperors, beginning with Yu the Great and ending with Ji, who was said to have been a cruel and tyrannical ruler. Ji was overthrown by a man named Tang, who founded the Shang dynasty. The Xia dynasty was said to have been a primitive and semi-nomadic society, with a largely agricultural economy. Its people were believed to have practiced human sacrifice and ancestor worship, and its rulers were said to have had divine authority. While the historicity of the Xia dynasty remains a subject of debate among scholars, its legend and legacy have had a lasting impact on Chinese culture. The story of Yu the Great, in particular, has been celebrated as a symbol of the triumph of human ingenuity over nature, and the Xia dynasty is regarded as the foundation of Chinese civilization. The Shang dynasty, also known as the Qing dynasty, is the first documented dynasty in Chinese history. It is believed to have ruled from around 1600 to 1046 BCE, and its capital was located in the city of Anyang in present-day Henan province. The Shang dynasty was known for its bronze casting, which reached a high level of sophistication during this period. Bronze objects, including weapons, vessels, and ritual objects, were created through a process of casting and were decorated with intricate designs and inscriptions. The Shang dynasty is also known for its oracle bone script, which was used for divination and is considered the earliest form of Chinese writing. The Shang dynasty was a feudal society, with a king who held supreme power and authority over a network of vassals and nobles. The king was believed to have had divine authority and served as a mediator between the human and spiritual worlds. The Shang dynasty was also known for its well-organized system of government, which included a complex bureaucracy and a sophisticated system of taxation. The Shang dynasty was a militaristic society, and its armies were known for their use of chariots and bronze weapons. The Shang also engaged in extensive trade and diplomatic relations with neighboring societies, including the nomadic tribes to the north and the cultures of the Yangtze River Valley to the south. Religion played a significant role in Shang society, and the Shang people believed in a complex system of spirits and ancestors. Human sacrifice and divination were also common practices during this period. The Shang dynasty was eventually overthrown by the Zhou dynasty in 1046 BCE, marking the beginning of a new period in Chinese history. However, the Shang dynasty left behind a rich legacy of art, literature, and philosophy that would influence Chinese culture for centuries to come. The Zhou dynasty is one of the longest-lasting and most important dynasties in Chinese history. It is divided into 2 periods, the Western Zhou and the Eastern Zhou. The Zhou dynasty was established by King Wu, who overthrew the Shang dynasty and claimed the mandate of heaven. The Zhou dynasty was characterized by a decentralized system of government, in which the king held supreme power but relied on a network of feudal lords to administer local territories. This system of government was known as the feudal system or Finjin system. During the Western Zhou period, the Zhou dynasty was a powerful and prosperous society, known for its agriculture, bronze casting, and sophisticated system of writing. The Western Zhou period also saw the development of Confucianism, Taoism, and other philosophical schools that would have a profound impact on Chinese culture. However, the Zhou dynasty began to decline during the Eastern Zhou period, which was characterized by political fragmentation, social unrest, and a series of invasions by nomadic tribes. The Eastern Zhou period is divided into 2 sub-periods, the Spring and Autumn period and the Warring States period. During the Spring and Autumn period, the Zhou dynasty was weakened by internal divisions and external threats, and the power of the feudal lords began to eclipse that of the central government. This period also saw the emergence of powerful new states, such as Qi, Chu, and Jin, which competed for territory and resources. The Warring States period was characterized by intense warfare and political instability, as the various states vied for supremacy. This period saw the development of new military technologies, such as the crossbow and iron weapons, as well as new philosophical and religious movements, such as legalism and Moism. The Zhou dynasty was eventually overthrown by the Qing dynasty in 221 BCE, marking the beginning of a new period in Chinese history. However, the legacy of the Zhou dynasty would have a profound impact on Chinese culture, influencing everything from philosophy and religion to art and literature. The Qing dynasty was the first imperial dynasty of China, which ruled from 221 BCE to 206 BCE. It was founded by Qin Shi Huang, who unified the various warring states of China and established a centralized and authoritarian system of government. Qin Shi Huang was a strong and ambitious leader who implemented many reforms to strengthen the power of the state. He abolished feudalism and established a system of prefectures and counties, each with a government-appointed official. He also standardized weights, measures, and currency, and built a vast network of roads and canals to facilitate trade and communication. One of the most significant achievements of the Qing dynasty was the construction of the Great Wall of China, which was designed to protect the northern borders of the empire from nomadic invaders. The wall was built using forced labor, and it stretched over 13,000 miles, with watchtowers and fortresses along its length. Qin Shi Huang was also known for his brutal suppression of dissent and his obsession with immortality. He ordered the burning of books and the burying alive of scholars who criticized his policies, and he embarked on a massive construction project to build a grand mausoleum for himself, which included the famous Terracotta Army. After Qin Shi Huang's death, the Qing dynasty was plagued by internal unrest and rebellion. In 206 BCE, it was overthrown by rebel forces led by Liu Bang, who established the Han Dynasty and became known as Emperor Zhou. Despite its short-lived reign, the Qing dynasty had a lasting impact on Chinese history. It laid the foundation for a centralized system of government and administrative organization that would endure for centuries, and it helped to unify the diverse cultures and peoples of China under a single ruler. The Han Dynasty was the second imperial dynasty of China, which ruled from 206 BCE to 220 CE. It was founded by Liu Bang, who became known as Emperor Zhou, after overthrowing the previous Qing dynasty. During the Han Dynasty, China experienced a period of great cultural, economic, and political growth. The Han Dynasty is often considered a golden age of Chinese civilization, and it was marked by numerous achievements and innovations. One of the most significant achievements of the Han Dynasty was the development of a centralized and efficient system of government. Emperor Zhou established a strong central bureaucracy, which was staffed by officials who were selected based on merit rather than family connections. The bureaucracy was organized into 3 levels: central, provincial, and county, with each level responsible for a specific range of duties. Another major accomplishment of the Han Dynasty was the promotion of Confucianism as the official ideology of the state. Confucianism stressed the importance of social harmony, respect for authority, and the cultivation of personal morality, and it would have a profound influence on Chinese culture for centuries to come. The Han Dynasty was also known for its advancements in science and technology. During this period, Chinese scholars made significant discoveries in fields such as astronomy, medicine, and mathematics. They developed new techniques for agriculture, such as the use of the iron plough and the cultivation of new crops like wheat and rice. They also developed new manufacturing techniques for ceramics, textiles, and other products. The Han Dynasty also expanded China's borders through military conquest. Emperor Wu, who ruled from 141 to 87 BCE, launched a series of successful campaigns against neighboring states and expanded China's territory to the south and west. The Han Dynasty came to an end in 220 CE, following a period of political instability and social unrest. The collapse of the Han Dynasty led to a period of disunity and chaos in China, which lasted for several centuries until the rise of the Tang Dynasty in 618 CE. Despite its eventual decline, the Han Dynasty remains a significant and influential period in Chinese history, marking a time of great innovation, cultural richness, and political stability. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned.